Good evening. This is All India Radio and I'm Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews situation on novel coronavirus and action taken so far by various ministries. Government reiterates commitment to maintain best health standards for every citizen. Yes Bank founder Rana Kapoor taken by Enforcement Directorate to its Mumbai office for further questioning. Economic diplomacy is at the heart of India's Neighbourhood First, Act East and Africa policies, says External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. In sports, first ever Khelo India Winter Games begin at Gulmarg in Jammu and Kashmir, and Indian women to take on Australia in Women's T20 World Cup final at Melbourne tomorrow. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today reviewed the situation on novel coronavirus COVID-19 and action taken so far by various ministries. The meeting was attended by Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, among others. The Prime Minister complimented all departments for the work taken up so far. He said India has to be prepared in its response as per the evolving scenario. Mr. Modi said all departments should work in convergence and action shall be initiated for creating awareness in the community about the disease and the precautions to be taken. He exhorted the officers to identify best practices for COVID-19 management from across the world and within the states and ensure their adoption. He mentioned that in view of the opinion of experts, people should be advised to avoid mass gatherings as far as possible and be made aware of the do's and don'ts. He directed that an immediate exercise be taken up to identify sufficient locations for quarantine and also for critical care provisioning in case the disease spreads. Officials were instructed to plan for early testing and evacuation of Indians from Iran. Dr. Harshvardhan emphasized the need for effective coordination with states for timely response. Various issues relating to continued vigil at all airports, seaports and land border crossings, community-level surveillance as per protocol and ensuring availability of sufficient beds for isolation were discussed. Earlier, the Prime Minister urged people not to panic by the rumours over the spread of coronavirus. He suggested people to follow the traditional Indian way of saying namaste instead of the usual handshake to reduce chances of transmission of infection. Mr. Modi suggested people to consult doctors in case of any symptoms of fever, cough or sore throat rather than resorting to self-treatment methods.
सबसे पहला काम करना चाहिए किसी न किसी नजदीकी अस्पताल में चेक करवा लीजिए। परिवार में जो बाकी लोग होते हैं उनको भी इन्फेक्शन होने की आशंका ज्यादा होती है। ऐसे में उनको भी जरूरी टेस्ट करा लेने चाहिए। ऐसे साथियों को मास्क भी पहनने चाहिए, ग्लव्स भी पहनने चाहिए और दूसरों से कुछ दूरी बना करके रहना चाहिए।
3 fresh confirmed cases of novel coronavirus have been found in the country. Briefing media in New Delhi this evening, Special Secretary, Ministry of Health, Sanjeeva Kumar said out of these fresh cases, 2 are from Ladakh with travel history to Iran and 1 from Tamil Nadu with travel history to Oman. The condition of the people infected with the coronavirus is stable. The total number of positive cases of COVID-19 has gone up to 34 in the country. These include the previous 3 cases from Kerala who have been discharged. Mr. Kumar said that as far as the 2 American nationals are concerned who were found positive in Bhutan with travel history of various places in India, more than 150 contacts have been traced and put under Integrated Disease Surveillance Program IDSP. Mr. Kumar said 108 samples received from Iran today are being tested at the laboratory in AIIMS.
We have received 108 samples from Iran this morning. These samples are being tested at the labs in AIIMS. 6 scientists from the Indian Council of Medical Research have been stationed in Iran. Equipment and reagents worth approximately 10 crores have been dispatched to enable them to set up a lab there.
Mr. Kumar said so far over 7,26,000 passengers have been screened at airports. He said a special COVID-19 mobile phone caller tune was also launched. by all telecom operators with basic prevention messages played when a caller dials out. The Prime Minister has reiterated that the NDA government is committed to maintain the best health standards for every citizen. He assured that the government is identifying obstacles in achieving the goal of economical treatment. Mr. Modi was interacting with the beneficiaries and owners of Jan Aushadhi Kendras across the country through video conferencing on the occasion of Jan Aushadhi Divas today. He said this scheme has fortified every person by providing access to medicines irrespective of their economic status. The Prime Minister said that medicines at these centres are available at a reduced price of around 50 to 90% less than the market price.
अब तक 6,000 से अधिक जन औषधि केंद्र पूरे देश में खुल चुके हैं। हर महीने 1 करोड़ से अधिक परिवार इन जन औषधि केंद्रों के माध्यम से बहुत सस्ती दवाइयों का लाभ ले रहे हैं। जन औषधि केंद्रों पर मिलने वाली दवाओं की कीमत बाजार में जो दवाएं मिलती हैं उसी क्वालिटी की, लेकिन जन औषधि केंद्र में 50% से 90% तक उसकी कीमत कम होती है।
Mr. Modi said the measures to regulate prices of over 1,000 critical medicines have saved more than 12,000 crore rupees of the public. He suggested medical practitioners to prescribe generic medicines to cut down their effective cost. Jan Aushadhi Kendras are considered to be the biggest retail pharma chain in the world, with around 6,200 outlets in 700 districts. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com.
आज का भारत जानता है कि जब देश की बेटी खड़ी होती है तभी जीत बड़ी होती है। जीत रहा है देश नारी को सम्मान देकर, शौचालय बनवाकर।
शौच सुबह के अंधेरे में जाओ या रात को, शौचालय बना तो अंधेरा छटा।
जीत बड़ी कर रहा है देश उज्ज्वला योजना से महिलाओं को धुएं से आजाद कर।
रसोई से तो बस अम्मा के खांसने की आवाज आती थी, अब देखो गुनगुनाती भी है।
दिख रही है ये जीत जब घर हो रहे हैं महिलाओं के नाम प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना से।
पहले सिर्फ नाम की घरवाली थी, अभी सच की घरवाली।
8 करोड़ गैस कनेक्शन, 11 करोड़ शौचालय और मुद्रा योजना से 15 करोड़ महिलाओं को लाभ। भारत सरकार के ऐसे कई कदमों से ये साबित हो रहा है कि जब देश की बेटी खड़ी होती है तभी जीत बड़ी होती है।
हर एक काम देश के नाम, भारत सरकार द्वारा जनहित में जारी।
International Women's Day will be celebrated tomorrow. This day is celebrated on the 8th of March every year to help forge a gender-equal world and celebrate women's achievements and increasing visibility. The theme this year is I Am Generation Equality, Realizing Women's Rights. On the occasion, President Ramnath Kovind will give away the Nari Shakti Puraskar tomorrow morning at a function in Rashtrapati Bhavan. The national award is given annually to individuals, groups, institutions in recognition of their exceptional work towards the cause of women's empowerment, especially for vulnerable and marginalized women. In his message on the eve of International Women's Day, President Kovind has offered congratulations and best wishes to all women. He said this day is an occasion to show respect to women for their crucial role and untiring efforts in building a better society, nation and world. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with Nari Shakti awardees tomorrow at his residence in New Delhi on the occasion. The Prime Minister's Twitter account would be handled by women achievers tomorrow on the occasion of International Women's Day. Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani has said that investment in the life cycle of women is an investment in the economy. Releasing the status report of women in media in South Asia at a function in New Delhi today, Ms. Irani lamented that only 1.9% women in media are entitled to get the annual bonus.
Can we look at retirement plans for women in the media, so that we, at their entry itself, prepare them, irrespective of whether they oscillate from one platform to another, as to what are the benefits they will accrue and how should it culminate when their career comes to a close in one particular field.
The program was also attended by Principal DG AIR News, Ira Joshi, and other dignitaries. The Social Welfare Department of Andaman and Nicobar Islands is successfully running several schemes for the welfare and empowerment of women. Talking exclusively to AIR News, Secretary of Social Welfare Ms. Geetika Sharma informed that with the help of the Union Government, the department is providing financial assistance and allowances to needy women.
Once they apply to the department is giving a monthly financial assistance of rupees 2,500 per month. Any woman who wants to avail of services at the Anganwadi, the service of supplementary nutrition, where she is served hot cooked meal every day, 6 days in a week. Then there is the service of giving her information about immunization, health education. These services are being provided free of cost at the 720 Anganwadi centers that the department is running throughout the island.
We have more from our Port Blair correspondent.
The Social Welfare Department, Andaman and Nicobar Administration is extending its support to the concerned women living in the island by providing them widow pension and destitute allowance. Further, the department is committed to nurture the health of the pregnant women and lactating mothers through its vast Anganwadi Kendras across the island. Gaurav Patwal, AIR News, Port Blair.
On the occasion of International Women's Day, all Archaeological Survey of India ASI protected ticketed monuments, including Taj Mahal, will be free for all women visitors from India and abroad. Culture Minister Prahlad Singh Patel said ASI is fully committed towards safety and security of women visitors to monuments. Yes Bank founder Rana Kapoor was taken by the Enforcement Directorate to its Mumbai office this afternoon for further questioning. The agency has also conducted raids at the homes of his 3 daughters, Roshni Kapoor, Rakhi Kapoor Tandon and Radha Kapoor. The raids come after Rana Kapoor's residence was searched last evening, and today he was questioned over malpractices by the top leadership that led to a serious deterioration in the financial position of one of the country's largest private lenders. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today said that economic diplomacy is at the heart of India's Neighbourhood First, Act East and Africa policies. He said India has offered 300 lines of credit to 64 countries involving 539 projects. The minister was speaking at the Economic Times Global Business Summit in Delhi. He said, since lines of credit have sovereign guarantee, it helps Indian companies to operate in markets which they would normally not venture into, since they are risk-prone. The minister added that a positive attitude must be backed up by supportive policies, and that is what the government has been doing. Union Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports Kiren Rijiju inaugurated the 5-day Khelo India Winter Games at the famous tourist destination Gulmarg in Jammu and Kashmir today. During the event, competitions in sports disciplines like snow skiing, snowboarding, snowshoeing, ski mountaineering and snow baseball would be held. The Indian women's cricket team will face defending champions Australia in the final of the Women's T20 World Cup at the iconic Melbourne Cricket Ground tomorrow. The match will be played from 12:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. The summit clash coincides with the International Women's Day tomorrow. India would look to win their maiden T20 World Cup title. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has extended his best wishes to the Indian and Australian teams ahead of the Women's 2020 World Cup final. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews situation on novel coronavirus and action taken so far by various ministries. Government reiterates commitment to maintain best health standards for every citizen. Yes Bank founder Rana Kapoor taken by Enforcement Directorate to its Mumbai office for further questioning. Economic diplomacy is at the heart of India's Neighbourhood First, Act East and Africa policies, says External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. In sports, first ever Khelo India Winter Games begin at Gulmarg in Jammu and Kashmir. and Indian women to take on Australia in Women's T20 World Cup final at Melbourne tomorrow. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.